This research explores public mock trials in the Yishuv in early Israel. These semi-theatrical events, as Nir Gonen and I argue, acted as pedagogical tools shaping public behavior, channeling social tensions through debate, and bringing legal culture into the public sphere by mimicking real cultural procedure. I first encountered them while researching consumerism and Zionism during the British Mandate. Looking through newspapers for consumer-merchant conflicts, I found a trial about the loyalty of Hebrew-made products. The trial was held in Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, and later in Haifa. It appears in publications like Haaretz, Davar, and Dor Hayom. Although the focus supporting Hebrew-made products was the same, each event had a unique cast of defendants, judges, and witnesses, likely following a general script but adapted to local concerns. Soon we found more of those trials dealing with other issues. The first known public trial was held in 1926, organized by the Hebrew Writers Association to judge the play The Dibuk. Was it a piece of art or a piece of trash? The trial was a hit. Over in the 1920s and 1940s, this format became popular for debating public issues like the use of Hebrew language, disobedient children, and even birth rate problems. They were covered in newspapers, sometimes in serialized articles, sometimes as small as notices, reflecting the wide use among youth movements, health organizations, and political groups. Our research utilized the National Library of Israel Historical Jewish Press Archive, where many documents are now digitized and searchable using OCR. We filtered our search by keyword, date, publications, and more, and still got thousands of results. Because we're tracking even the briefest mention of trials, the digital archives make the work possible, and without it, logging all these references would have been taking years. But digitization varies. Some archives prioritize cataloging, others accessibility or on-demand scanning. Depends largely on the institute funding. The Central Zionist Archive, for instance, has digitized its collection intermediately for 2 decades, balancing access and preservation across formats. When I searched for courtroom photos, the CZA returned only 12 images, mainly irrelevant. This reflects a broader metadata issue and inconsistency in cataloging. Because these issues such as this, we often fell back on manually flipping through the pages to find relevant data for public trials. In a way, researchers have used large language models for years. We just didn't call them that way. Each of us has curated a collection of text, maps, photos, and systems for processing them. But what if we had a skilled research assistant who could access, catalog, and retrieve data on demand? LLMs can do this, but not out of the box. Models like ChatGPT are pre-trained on massive datasets, but not our datasets. We need tailor-made models. You wouldn't ask a birthday greeting card generator GPT to help you to map the Hebrew novel, for example. There are a few ways to do this. Context docs. This is the way when you upload a file to ChatGPT, 1 or 2 files, and it's good for short, focused questions and quick inquiries, but it doesn't retain memory. RAG is a system where you feed a model large datasets and it can draw from them when prompted. Think of an entire newspaper collection or photo archive. And finally, retrieving, a more complex but long-term practice. Like training a research assistant, it requires iteration, correction, and feedback, and mainly patience and time. As institute digitize collections, scholars should explore how LLMs can extend their reach. Our work on public trials show what's already possible, but most importantly, what's coming next in the evolution of research methods in the humanities. Thank you very much for listening.